Hello Aquarius, welcome to your July 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. Thanks to all for being here. July is a really cool month. We have a lot of astrological transits happening. We have a Venus retrograde going on. We have a nodal transit going on. Chiron is retrograding as well. So I think it's going to be kind of an eventful month, but it's going to be really, really good at the same time for most of us. So these videos are tarot predictions, so be sure to watch your sun, moon, or rising sign, whichever resonates with you the most. If you're here for love, you can also check out your Venus sign. I will be posting astrology videos as well, but I'm going to start posting those around the middle of the month so we can kind of cover the transition from one sign into the next. So in that video, I will absolutely be talking at length about the Venus retrograde, the nodal transits, and all the other things that are going on. So be sure to stay tuned for that. If you want to be notified, please be sure to hit the little subscribe button with the little bell so you can see that notification. I've been getting so many messages of people asking me, Jane, where have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. And I've been here. So just make sure you hit that because I think some people just aren't seeing my videos pop up. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get into the reading. You guys know I love you. Have an amazing month. Take care. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your July 2023 tarot card reading. Let's go ahead, take a look. Comes through with the major arcana. The Lovers. Okay, what does the universe need from you? Now, the Lovers speaks on multiple different levels. Firstly, this is about internal unison. All right, so your own internal dialogue, your head and heart alignment is going to be something important. I don't think this is a good month for Aquarius to be second guessing themselves, to backtrack, to kind of indulge in self-doubt. There's really no reason to do that. Whatever it is that your heart is calling you to do is probably the right thing. And I don't know that there's going to be, massively worrisome unintended consequences by doing something that your heart is telling you to do right now. On another scale, there is an element of other people. Working with other people, communicating with other people, integrating others' ideas and opinions and points of view. This is especially true for Aquarius. And I'm only going to say this to Aquarius this month because we have this Venus retrograde in your 7th house. Okay, you're the only ones that's happening for, so you're the only ones I'm telling. And we have, not only is it a Venus retrograde, but I just want you guys to know that Black Moon Lilith is involved in this retrograde as well, which is going to add an intensity to it too. And that Lovers, it's just a matter of knowing who you are. It's a matter of being self-aware and being able to communicate effectively. And if you struggle with communication, this is a time to think about what needs to be said. If you need time to process in order to figure it out, because sometimes thoughts and feelings can be pretty abstract. So if you need time for those things to compress into manageable thoughts that you can express properly, then please do that and just tell someone like, hey, I need a little bit of time to process what I'm thinking so I can, have a productive conversation. All right? So who is in the environment that Aquarius needs to be aware of? We have the Queen of Coins. I love a Queen of Coins. She's stable. She's practical. She brings with her an element of, I don't know, it feels, I'm not going to say carefree because this isn't really a carefree energy, but it's also, it's not worried. It's relaxed. It's serene, tranquil. And this is probably someone in your life that can help you make sense of things, someone that you can use as a sounding board. I do feel a lot of this has come out last month and also this month that we're just surrounded by counselors. We're surrounded by advisors, and that can come in all different shapes and forms, from significant others to parents to siblings to friends to whomever. But whatever it is that they have to say, I think there's something worthwhile. It's worthwhile to listen to them. And if you are caught up in something big and emotional and there's a lot of stuff happening in your life, sometimes having that Queen of Coins to bring you back down to earth, to help ground you, can be so beneficial. If you're feeling overwhelmed with something, this is someone who can say, all right, you're feeling overwhelmed, but let's take it and break it down into manageable steps so it feels less overwhelming. And this is kind of like a coach, or like I said, a counselor or an advisor that's going to help you get you to where you want to be. It's going to help you to get on track. Sometimes that Lovers can have a whirlwind feeling to it, and it can be overwhelming. Sometimes a lot of passion channels through this card. So if you are just feeling a lot, it is Cancer season after all, so that's not that surprising. But if you are feeling a lot, sometimes we just need to take a step back, and this is a safe place to do that. The Queen of Coins. So what else does Aquarius need to know for the month of July as we head in? Okay, we have a Six of Wands. Okay, I love Temperance because it's that reiteration of calmness, serenity. I often use the word Zen with the Temperance card. It's very unaffected. So even though there might be a lot going on, and maybe you are dealing with other people, maybe there is a little bit of drama happening, but the Temperance card is just it's so chill. And what it's capable of doing is transmuting a lot of that energy into productive things. Focusing on work, focusing on making money, focusing on progressing yourself, or improving something, or dedicating time and energy to people who need it, rather than getting caught up in energy-sucking environments. Temperance is that opportunity to take a step back, to breathe, to think about what you're thinking, to think about what you're feeling, and to allow, again, like I said before, those abstract concepts and feelings to become a little bit more compressed so they can be more manageable. And in the meantime, Nine of Coins, I feel like you're in a really good place. I feel like you are productive. I feel like there's a work ethic with you. I feel like it's a sixth house type stuff, right? You're living your life, you're doing your things. And even if stuff might be surfacing, you're handling it well. And I don't see Aquarius procrastinating. If you find yourself trying to, or kind of wanting to procrastinate a little bit, this is a time to check yourself. To check yourself and say, okay, this is maybe not what I ultimately do want to be doing. I'm going to just hunker down, get over myself, and just do what needs to be done. Six of Wands is an indication of victory and success. So whatever it is, it's going to be okay. It's going to work out. This is what I'm saying. If you have to make certain choices and your heart is calling you in a certain direction, I don't see anything bad happening. I don't see negative effects of that. I see it actually maybe going better than you think, or better than you realize. This is one of those rare instances astrologically where, even though we do have a Venus retrograde, and even a Chiron is retrograding this month as well, even though we have that stuff, I don't really see this as being a chaotic time. I don't see this as being, the environment where everything goes awry. It feels like the environment where things work out. All right. What else? What else for Aquarius? Beautiful Ace of Swords. We love to see that. The World. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. So the Knight of Swords feels twofold. On one hand, it's an aspect of you. And I think there is this is coming through as desirous with the Lovers. A strong desire to jump into your quote-unquote new world. And I think there is this, I'll do anything. I'll change whatever I need to change. I'll be whoever I need to be. And I don't know that it's really about changing anything so much as it is just focusing. But this can be fantastic for focus. On the other hand, this feels also like someone else, but their energy is not necessarily directed towards something productive. This is going to be the difference. When a Knight of Swords is directed towards something good and productive, it can be fantastic. If it's not, it can be like really stormy, okay? It feels like a tornado to me. And it feels very destructive as well. And there might be someone else in your life that it feels like it's too much. And I don't think Aquarius handles that too much energy very well. When I say too much, it doesn't mean like they're being themselves and they're being authentic. It means they're like trying to grasp at something. There's a desperation for something. They're not being authentic. They're trying to fake their way to something. And that's just not a vibe that Aquarius handles well. I don't think a lot of the fixed signs just don't do that. It's like, ugh, it's kind of icky. And it does feel icky to me. And it feels like a strong contrast compared to like your 9 of Coins, which is right above it. Where this is stable and serene, this is the complete opposite. If you are friends with this person, you're working with this person, it's a client, it's maybe a lover, someone you've met, I think there's going to be an aversion to this. And it's going to change the course of some stuff. This might be the person you need to communicate with. This might be the person you need to work something out. You need to lay down the law. You need to set expectations with. I don't know that they're necessarily going to want to hear that type of stuff, but it needs to be done. And I see that with the Ace of Swords. Look, this is not a teddy bear. I say it all the time. This is a sword. It is a weapon. It is meant to cut deep. All right. And sometimes the truth and raw honesty can cut very deep, but it is also essential. And I think it is one of the greatest and most difficult acts of love. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is always an act of love. This brutal truth, it is for the greatest good, even if it needs to cut deep initially. And it is possible that you're going to have a very hard conversation with a Knight of Swords who's trying to come in. Because the World card, by the way, is a very slow card. It's ruled by Saturn. It does not happen quickly. The turnover of the new world, right? I'm going to equate this to not only Saturn, but also Pluto. Pluto going back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius this year and next year. Plus, we have Saturn in Pisces finishing out its transit through the Zodiac for the next few years as well. This is a years-long process. Like, I'm not going to say that, it's all going to be done in July. Absolutely not. This is a years-long process. And this Knight of Swords feels like it's trying to force this. And I think inherently Aquarius knows, like, I can't force it. You don't even want to. Not that you can't, but you don't want to. To some degree, with the Temperance and the Six of Wands, I feel like you're enjoying this process of becoming. You're enjoying this process of evolution and transformation. And this is like trying to shove something down your throat. And you're like, oh my gosh, can you please just stop? It's too much. It's too fast. It's going. And I think there's going to, like I said, there's a real aversion to this. And it's not productive. It's just not productive. But I know that your own Knight of Swords energy, because we all embody this to some degree, your own Knight of Swords energy is going to the productive things that are helping this world come about. And this is driven by passion and love and that internal unity that I first talked about. Okay, let's see what else. For Aquarius. What else for Aquarius for July? Knight of Coins. Ace of Cups. You know what? I did pull that one. Okay. I felt like I needed to. All right. So we have the Magician as well. See, this is what I mean. Even the Knight of Coins can be really slow. This is one of the, all the knights are on horses, and this is the one knight that's completely standing still. There's no movement here. Now, I'm not suggesting that there's no movement in your life. There definitely is, but you are trying to do this right, the right way. Like if you're moving into a new relationship, you want to do it the right way. You want to do it in such a way that it's sustainable, there's longevity, that it's healthy, you're not ignoring red flags, right? If you're moving into a new business venture, you want to build it so it can last, so you're not a statistic of failed businesses, right? So there's a lot of moving pieces, and you're not trying to make anything go faster than it needs to, because you know that if you do, it will collapse, or it might collapse. And I think that's a risk that you're not worth taking right now. And with this brutal honesty, I think this actually kind of gives birth to the Ace of Cups. Whenever we are completely and totally honest with ourselves first, which includes that unity with self, when we're honest with ourselves first, and then we are honest with other people, there are always new and beautiful things that blossom from that. And I see that with the Ace of Cups. Now, the moon can sometimes feel like an unknown space. And yeah, the world can also feel like this unknown space, like you're straddling between two worlds. You're not who you used to be, but you're not who you are becoming yet either. So there's this split. And you may feel torn and feel a little disoriented. And it kind of puts you in a vulnerable position. And a lot of those fears and insecurities can surface. Now, I do think this moon card coincides with the Chiron retrograde on the 23rd. All right, that's happening at 19 degrees of Aries for pretty much the entirety of July up until the 23rd. Chiron is barely moving. In Chiron, I mean, there's a lot going on in Aries, right? There's a lot of our self-concept. There's a lot of our identity, that's kind of under scrutiny here. And sometimes that can beget a lot of personal insecurities. And so when you're in this vulnerable position of straddling between worlds, and the insecurities pop up, it can be very common to want to rush back to something that is known and comfortable. But that's where the Queen of Coins comes in, where she says, no, Aquarius, you're absolutely not going backwards. We're going to make sure that you're going to go forwards, and we're going to make sure that you do it in a way that's going to ultimately be a triumphant success for you, because that's what life needs to be for you right now. I don't even know that this is even about deserving it. It's just that this is where life is going. Okay? And I think the Queen of Coins helps give you that strength and that inner motivation to kind of start initiating new things. Now, you may have already been initiating new things, but with this push, this rush, chances are there are just going to be things that want to surface, plain and simple. You're going to feel connected to life. You're going to feel connected to your creativity. You're going to feel connected to that inner child that wants to come out and play and experience all sorts of new things. And they are things that you need to do on your own. Jupiter in the 4th, okay? You're going to need to, take control of that and take responsibility for it. But Queen of Coins is here to help coach you or to help support you. And the Magician is kind of something that happens when our channels and our vessels are open. And even that Ace of Swords can be a powerful mechanism for opening channels. It's not a surprise that the Ace of Cups comes out, and it's also not a surprise that the Magician happens either. They're, right, aces are number 1. We have the number 1 with the Magician. So they're all connected. And to me, too, the Swords and Cups indicates a coherence and a unity between mind and heart, which ultimately is what Cancer season is about. Gemini and Cancer seasons together are very much about head-heart alignment. And this is where a majority of our transitions need to be made. and whatever adjustments need to be made, we can make it during this time of flux, right? Gemini season was ruled by Mercury. Cancer season is ruled by the moon. And we have a mutable and a cardinal. And these two signs specifically, more so than any other adjacent signs, is a time where we really get to be in tune with what's going on inside of us, in our head and in our heart. And then our spirit, our will, like that's the motto of Leo, I will, and then we will things into existence under the banner of Leo. Okay? So this is a time of alignment, big time, and it's going to morph into a period of action and creation. And it's a really beautiful time of year, this particular season of creation. Okay, so let's pull out the clarifiers. So we're going to pull out an oracle card first. And for those of you who are completely new to my channel, I'm going to pull out a whole bunch of new cards. We're going to talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all these cards. We are going to cover those in the comprehensive reading, and the links for that will be found, or the link rather for that will be found in the description box down below if you want to join. So starting with an oracle, we have base chakra. Okay, so this is kind of, our survival instinct. There is something instinctual going on. There's something like, as much as I want to sit here and talk about high-mindedness, I really don't think so. I think there is a lot of like getting out of your own way here and letting the animal instinct guide you right now. And as much as I just talked about head-heart alignment, this is all coming from somewhere, and it's coming from an instinct. And I think this also may have a lot to do with the nodal transitions as well. The North Node moving into Aries says just trust yourself. Trust yourself. All right, so let's pull out the clarifiers, starting with the Lovers. What is it that Aquarius needs to know about this Lovers card here? Okay, beautiful. We have a Page of Cups, a Justice card, and the Three of Wands. What else do you need to know about the environment? Okay, another Moon card. Yes, you are facing unknowns. A King of Cups. And Four of Wands. Excellent. So now the Six of Wands. Seven of Cups. Queen of Wands. And another Lover's card. Ooh, beautiful. We have the Star for the Temperance, Knight of Cups, and a Two of Coins. Five of Cups, High Priestess. I think there's a lot about really understanding your inherent value. Ooh, another Justice card. The Empress. Eight of Cups. Wait, what was this card again? I totally forgot. Oh, the Ace of Swords. That's right. Oh, another Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think the truth is going to need to be delivered to this Knight of Swords, whoever that is, or whatever it is. The Moon. Again, a lot of Moon energy. We have the Four of Coins. Ace of Wands, beautiful. A Tower, yeah, not surprising. I said it was a tornado, right? Page of Swords, Three of Swords, yeah. Knight of Coins, let's take this one. King of Swords, that's the Aquarius card. Ten of Wands, Page. Hermit and Death, ooh, those are kind of heavy hitters for the Ace of Cups. Those are heavy hitters. And a Nine of Wands. Love the Four of Swords. Five of Coins. Three of Coins. Page. Two of Wands. And another Nine of Coins. All right, so this is where we're going to pick up, Aquarius. You guys know how much I love and adore you. Have an amazing July, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.